Yo, what's good? It's your boy Road Trades. Taking a little break right now, but what I wanted to do was let's look over some ETFs real quick. And let's just go over what happened on Friday. Probably what we should be expecting next week. So let's see. Let's hop into it. I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna jump into trading. All right. I already got spot chart pulled up. So uh, right off the bat, what I normally do is I go on the daily chart and I go and I figure out trend lines that I'm going to use for support and resistance. As you see, I already got one right there, and then I got the next one about right there. So, with that being said, I'm gonna zoom in on this one up here since this is the most recent one, and we'll go straight to the 1 hour to see which one of these clouds played best on this 1 hour trend. So looking into it, it's been an uptrend all week. It's been building. Um, let's see, this Monday through the entire week, we had a nice support that's being built. Here's the first level of it. And going into Tuesday, we had a nice gap up and it actually tried to run and break and make new highs. I'm not a fan of buying when the stock is running way up here. I like to find this support by anywhere I'm never buying calls up here at no given time. But as you can see, should have been an indication that this is going to be a higher move up because majority of the times you get a gap and go, and it runs up. And later on throughout the week, it's going to want to come down and retest this gap, feel that, and it's almost normally going to be buyers going to step in and push this thing back up, which that's what we seen Wednesday. It came all down. It retested support level. So here's a bounce here. Here's second level bounce here. And soon as the market opened back up, 5 minute chart, we see going straight in the open here, 8:30. Instantly, my clouds start curling upwards, and this thing took off, and it went and it tested previous day's highs on Thursday, had a brief dip, and it got around this flower right right back up, retested both, and it almost looked like um continue going down Monday and try to retest these levels here at 557, or it can find some support here. And it is we just get this before attempting to, these little accumulation zones. But what I am watching for, let me get rid of these. be watching 554. Uh, it's 554. We'll get a nice little bounce, attempting to move back up. That'll give us like a little. I'm missing all of that up, but that'll give us a U-line recovery. I said U-line. That'll give us a U-shaped recovery back up. So that'll be what I'll be watching for if we do break above 557. If we don't, we can watch this trend hold, and then we'll have a retest back to 561, possibly break those levels and make a continuation higher. Qs were kind of different levels of support. We had one right here. We had a level right there. And then we had another level coming from this one there. They all pointing straight up. If you zoom in a little bit, let's go to the one. I'll zoom in a little bit, you can see we had the same little sell-off that we had Thursday going into close. Friday, we opened up, it bounced off of here, and this little cloud counted for support. Right here, we opened up about 8:30, opening price around 492. We just got a tremendous move up, going into resistance levels. And here we made it all the way up from opening from 492 all the way up to 498, almost 499, pushing toward that 500 level. It got in here and it started accumulating a little bit. If we go to the 30-minute, just to kind of see the trend, we kept getting the reject around 497.8. Finally, it made the small little push and attempt to 500. I had my next resistance level at 503. But same thing that we saw on SPY, going into close, a dramatic sell-off. We'll be looking for support around 494, 493.50. If we break those levels, we're gonna have to break this one and then break below 492. And if we break those levels going down, you're probably gonna see this have a real bad flush down here towards 480. But what has my eye is, yeah, down. I'm not saying that it's going to feel this following week, but we could have a slow level of support. And if we do that, you can expect and flip where you'll see the old support levels start becoming new resistance levels, and it eventually work us down here to fill this until the buyers decide we're low enough and they want to go ahead and start marching this thing back up. So that's what we have on the Qs. XLC was it was kind of consolidated. We've seen Meta, we've seen Netflix have a very dramatic sell-off, which did kind of bring the Qs down. I haven't the support. I have from these two candles back up to this candle of support. And open below that caught the downward move. Longer trend line starting from here. Here all the way up. And that's what that's the level of support that it played off of Friday. I would have there and it pushed up back into old support zones, which of course it'll become resistance now because it broke above those old support levels. So we look a little bit closer. Here's Friday's open. It opened around here, 86, and it tried to push up past the old support levels. But since the rose flipped, it had a little rejection. A new candle opened up. It pushed further up into our resistance zones. And as you see this red cloud, it just had trouble trying to push above those levels. So it kept trying to build off this old support level here, which is a good thing. If it could have got past 86.95 and pushed toward 87, we could have seen this thing push back up towards 87.30 or even higher. But since it wasn't able to break above that again, it got exhausted and it followed the rest of the market, the Qs and the SPY into closing, and it's coming back down. Here's the rejection here. Here's a flush here, and it's coming back down to find support to possibly make another attempt here. If we break past these levels, then you can look for some next level support around 85, which 85.50, which is not looking real strong. Not saying that it can't bounce, but those levels right there, that cloud isn't very strong. Uh, but we could find some support around here and possibly push up. And then over the next couple of days, look for uh look for a new uptrend off the daily side. I always watch the daily frames to see if you can find uh, new uptrends and build off of that. Same thing with resistance. I always recharge your charts, your daily charts every day at the market close to see if you have a break above or below uh, old patterns. You don't want to always play the same patterns from a week ago when the market structure's changed, the candle structure has been changed. So let's look at SMH. SMH held up kind of well. Nvidia did what it did. You had AMD that ran up to I think 86, 87, 86.50, somewhere around there. A lot of the semiconductors they held up quite well, which kind of kept the Qs from really just crashing and falling. But I have a trend line here to follow up through here, and I have another one down here to follow up here. So it kind of had a nice level of support to bounce off of. But if we go to the 1 hour, we can look and see going into opening bell Friday, you can see that it bounced. It bounced just around the bottom of this trend. And I mean, it just took off. Uh, I played NVIDIA because I was actually looking for a break below 127, but it went as low as probably the 128.50, maybe 128 after the opening bell. And it took off. And as you can see, SMH disregarded just about my resistance clouds, and it pushed up to 274, 276. It broke past that and tried to continue to push even higher. I thought maybe Nvidia would have pushed to 132, 133 again, but it didn't. So my 7/19 July puts that I had, they didn't get burned up too bad. I had 125 puts. And so I had a little problem with theta decay, but it wasn't too bad. I ended up closing flat. As you can see, SMH is going for another retest of this trend here around 273, 272.50. If we break below that, then I'll start watching for moves below down to 265.50, somewhere around here. Because I wouldn't, even though we have this support level here, if the Qs and the SPY break, then the rest of the market is going to sell off to fear or uncertainty because they're not sure where the bottom's going to be. So if we break here, we can see a dramatic sell-off down here, some around 266, maybe the 265.50. So I might be sounding a little bearish here, but I'm giving you uh levels of support, which are always going to be green. I'm gonna give you my target zone, which are gonna be red. And you are always gonna see me post red lines, which are gonna be my resistance or profit taking zones if I play calls off the trend bounce. So SMH, QQQ, SPY, uh, XLC, and XLK, which are like Microsoft, Apple, a couple of those technology stocks. They all pretty play similarly going into Friday's open, which was just a dramatic push up to completely burn bears or anybody that was holding puts. As you can see, my XLK has a couple of trend lines, but of course, I'm playing calls or I'm playing bounces until the trends are broken, and we'll be playing toward what's next. So XLK held up nice, seeing Apple push back up towards 230, 231-ish. I mean, some of these markets are just holding up nice. But even if XLK breaks below this 231.50 mark, it has more support right here, 230, 229. So these stocks you have to be careful on because you will see a slight sell-off in the holdings for this stock. And then you'll turn around and you will just see a rebound. Like we'll have to see it break below 231.50, then another break below 229 before we'll head down to this 220, 221, 222 level before this actually starts getting filled. So um, this is just a little quick overview. I think it's helpful to go over ETFs that has a particular set of holdings, SPY Qs, communication, technology, and semiconductors in order to get an overall view of what the market is doing, currently doing, and could be doing. And also, if you're into playing like SPY and Q puts, if you're watching different ETFs and how they rotate and how they play, that'll help you in the consolidation of the market. We might be getting a sell off in communication stocks, but technology and semiconductors may just be holding up very nicely, and you will get that quick drop in SPY or the Qs, but then you will see it instantly rise back up, hold, even though a particular sector may be underperforming or vice versa, overperforming, and you think calls are gonna run on the SPYs of the Qs, but then you may have semiconductors like we've seen the past week, NVIDIA, AMD, AVGO, MU, you see those particular stocks just not move with the price action, and it holds some of those ETFs down if you're playing 0 days or weekly as far as the SPY and the Qs go. So I'm gonna try to do more videos like this and post them here in order to give fellow traders more clarity of what to look for in the market, and we can all make this money together. As far as that goes, I do have a Patreon where I'm putting together a small community of traders. Like I always emphasize, I don't need 1,000 members. I don't need 2,000 members. I just need a handful of people where we can all look at charts together, make watch lists together, make money together, and at the end of the day, everybody secures the bag. It doesn't have to be just the whole group of traders that everybody taking signals. Nah, I like to do things in a way to where we can all eat together. So I'm gonna put the link to my Patreon in the comments below. It's free to join, but in order to get full use out of it, premium membership is $25. Super cheap. With that, you get access to the day trading chat. You get access to the Q&A. I do one-on-one mentorships. Like I'm teaching people how to be able to work their 9 to 5 like I do and still make good money out the market to grow your portfolio, invest in dividends, play call options safely, uh, knowing how to read the Greeks. Greeks are important when you're trading options because you don't want to get beat up by theta decay. You want to be able to watch sector rotations and see exactly what stocks are moving, what stocks aren't, what could be causing delay. Um, all of these good things that you need to know how to do in order to be a successful options trader. So tap in with your boy Royalty Trades on the Patreon. You can check me out. I do be on IG. I'm on Twitter. Um, I'm everywhere trying to get the right people around me that want to learn how to do this thing safely and do this thing the right way. So stay tapped in with your boy. Subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Twitter, tap in with the Patreon. We're gonna make this money. Not gonna lose it. We securing the bag every day. Check it. Like all you gotta do is check out the Patreon. I'm gonna start posting uh the profits page. We have a profits page when you become a premium. You got people locking in 20, 40, 50, 100% gains off of entries, like clean entries, and still have about a month left on expirations. We just went 200% on Google and Amazon in the past month, 100% on Apple. So we printing plays. Like I said, I think I got about 50 spots left for premium members. Once they lock up, I'm not opening anymore until I'm comfortable with everybody's win rate or success rate uh, as a collective. So that's what we're doing. Gonna make this money. Stay tuned. I'm gonna post more videos uh, on stocks that I like. Meta pref, meta pref, because I'm liking where it's at. Is undersold right now. And how's it gonna be a good time to go along with this thing? So stay tapped in with your boy. It's Royalty Trades. Tap in with the Patreon. I'm out.